Good evening, everyone. My name is Thea Nair, and I am the president of the Pine-Richland chapter of our National Honor Society. Welcome to our 2025 National Honor Society induction ceremony. We are gathered here tonight to formally recognize the students who have been selected by the Pine-Richland Faculty Council as the strongest examples of leadership, scholarship, service, and character. In fact, Pine-Richland's largest ever class, and to formally recognize their accomplishment of being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. For current and former members in attendance tonight, we hope this ceremony will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you are to maintain as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. First, please join me in thanking the members of our Pine-Richland Orchestra who played for us this evening: Leah Wu, Raina Kim, Regan Dosh, and Izzy Fu. I'm now pleased to introduce and recognize our National Honor Society officers for the 2025 to 2026 school year. Officers, please stand when I call your name. Vice President Maya Ripple. Treasurer Ben Houston. Secretary Alexis Ross. High School Peer Tutoring Coordinator Megan DeCunder. Middle School Peer Tutoring and Social Media Coordinator Willow Cribbs. Service Coordinator Ryan Newar. And Service Coordinator Annabella Orlando. Thank you all for your dedication to our chapter. Now, please rise for the singing of the National Anthem in Pine-Richland Alma Mater by Willow Cribbs, Brooke Deegan, Juliana Dorenzo, and Sophia Priori. Thank you, Willow, Brooke, Juliana, and Sophia. At this time, I'd like to welcome our high school peer tutoring coordinator, Megan DeCunder, to the podium.
Okay. On behalf of the officers, inductees, and returning members, we would like to thank all of the administrators in attendance this evening. We value your support of our chapter and appreciate you being here tonight to honor the induction of our new members. I would now like to take a moment to introduce Dr. Miller. Dr. Miller's compassion and care for the students at Pine-Richland has always been obvious to me. For those of you who do not know, I have played volleyball on the high school team for the past 4 years. Dr. Miller has been a volleyball coach in the area and played volleyball at Penn State and college. Often, Dr. Miller would drop in at practices and attend our games. Whenever he would come to our games, I would always hear him cheering and encouraging the team to success. During timeouts, he would often give me critiques to improve my game and tell the hitters on the team where they should hit. I've always enjoyed having him in the gym during these moments because his passion for the game and the team's success is evident. I think this shows just one of many examples of his deep desire and determination for his students to succeed in all aspects of their life at Pine-Richland. It is now my pleasure to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Miller, for the opening remarks.
Good evening and congratulations, especially to our new inductees this year, our returning members, family, and friends that are here tonight. As I was listening to Megan, I was actually thinking about, in my 13th year as superintendent of Pine-Richland, our seniors were in kindergarten in my first year. Now we have some seniors and juniors here in the National Honor Society. It's unbelievably humbling to be part of an organization like Pine-Richland. You saw it when you were greeted by students at the door. We listened as the orchestra performed. We see it in the role models that we have on stage. We heard it in the national anthem and the alma mater. It's an incredible place to be, and we are so very thankful to be here tonight to celebrate you guys. Before I share a couple of brief remarks, I just want to specifically thank Dr. Switala and all of our student leaders for the time and commitment they have to the NHS program. Please give them a round of applause. For me, NHS is about balance. And one of the things that we do at Pine-Richland is talk about our mission and our vision. One part of our vision is that learning happens inside and outside the classroom. Another part of our vision is that we are preparing students to pursue their path. My advice to our new inductees, keep doing exactly what you are doing. Some of you already have a clear picture of what you want to do after high school. Some of you are not certain at all. Others think you know what you're going to do, and then you're going to find out that things change. That is all normal. But keep doing what you're doing. The balance that you provide in the classroom with the work and service that you provide outside is an unbelievable commitment to our community, to each other, and to our school. Congratulations. Good luck tonight.
Hi, my name is Bridget Gallardi,
And my name is Chandler Camp.
and we are here to introduce our good friend and next speaker of the night, Caroline Zankowski.
Caroline truly is one of the best examples of a strong NHS member. Whether she is in the classroom, on the lacrosse field, or making coffees at the bakery, she shows true leadership and compassion. Through service, she has made a true difference in the lives of others. While volunteering in the community, she is always focused and gives her full attention to whatever she is doing. She didn't even let the Central Catholic baseball team distract her from helping those in need when the three of us volunteered with Play It Forward last Christmas.
Service connects greatly to another pillar, character. Caroline is hardworking, compassionate, and committed. No matter what she does, it is always 100%. We can all volunteer anywhere, but a big part of service is wanting to be there. When Caroline speaks in a few moments, it will be evident that she cares about what she does. So much so that even a little fender bender in the parking lot will not stop her from showing up.
Caroline will be speaking about her experience volunteering at Butler Hospital. She spent the summer volunteering there and has made such a big impact. We are so proud of you, Caroline, and we know you will do great things in the future.
Please give a warm welcome to Caroline.
Hi everyone, my name is Caroline Zankowski and I'm currently a senior here at Pine-Richland High School. As many of you know, service is one of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. When most of you think of service in terms of NHS, you probably think of the 20 volunteer hours you have to complete per semester or the service project you created prior to applying. To the majority of members, I understand this, but the 20-hour requirement may seem like yet another box to check off amongst the million other things you have to do as busy students. But today I want to encourage you to think about it from a different perspective. This past summer, I had the opportunity to volunteer at Butler Memorial Hospital. As I started spending multiple hours a week on different floors, I got to witness firsthand just how hard people in healthcare work to better the lives of patients. Whether I was delivering meals, restocking supplies, or having a brief conversation with a patient, I got to be a part of making their day even just the slightest bit easier. I have so much respect for the people who constantly work to help those in need, and I was able to express my gratitude for them through my acts of service. My experience volunteering in a hospital not only made me realize how fortunate and blessed I truly am to be spending my time doing so, but also how much simple acts of service truly mean to others. You may not think about it while you're volunteering, but your time is truly a gift. Anywhere you volunteer, whether it might be an organization at your church, in the community, or anywhere of your choosing, someone is grateful that you are there being a part of volunteering. Whether you're giving an hour or 8 hours of your time, you are making a genuine difference in someone's life, and you are instilling positive change within your community. The service pillar doesn't just represent giving up your time. It's truly a way of life. It reminds us to be selfless, to step forward even when it's the last thing we want to do, and to live by the idea that each of us has the chance to have a positive impact on someone's life. Our NHS chapter here at Pine-Richland does a fantastic job at notifying its members of volunteer opportunities around us and supporting those in our community, whether it is through clothing drives or the monthly try events. To the new and current members, take pride in the fact that you are part of a club that is devoted to improving our community and committing to serving. Not every school has the ability to be so involved, which makes our job as members all the more important. If you remember anything I say today, please let it be this. Your acts of service as a member of NHS mean more than just the numbers on a sheet of paper. They are the ways you are making a difference by simply offering your time, compassion, and care. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. We would now like to introduce our distinguished faculty guest, Mrs. Levan. Inductees and members, I'd like you to think back to your very first day of freshman year. For many of us, that day was filled with nerves and uncertainty. But for those fortunate enough to have Mrs. Levan for honors biology, those worries quickly faded. The moment you stepped into her classroom, you were greeted by an outspoken, caring, and passionate teacher, and of course, a proud New York Mets fan. Her enthusiasm and generosity makes her the perfect example of the National Honor Society pillars. Whether she's cheering on the lacrosse players with her signature, "It's game day," or managing to make even the dullest biology lectures entertaining, she brings an unmatched energy and positivity to everything that she does. She is also very generous with her time, whether she's announcing for the girls' basketball and lacrosse team or hosting bio reviews before the Keystone. One of my favorite memories from her class was on Valentine's Day, when she gave each a student a personal card, a small gesture that showed her genuine care and commitment to creating a fun, welcoming environment for each student. And who can forget the adorable puppies and baby animals she put on the board during tests to help calm our nerves? The small gestures like that do not go unnoticed with a teacher like Mrs. Levan. All of these moments reflect the compassion, dedication, and leadership that define both her and her values of the National Honor Society. We are truly honored to have her here with us tonight. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mrs. Levan.
Good evening. It is an honor and a privilege to be here. And I was already very, very nervous to get up here, and now I'm a little bit emotional, so I'm gonna cross my fingers that I get through this. So after I accepted Megan's invitation, I went back to my classroom, went into our prep room, and looked at what I refer to as our wall of happiness, which has all sorts of stuff on it that reminds me of this place. And I saw the 2021 ceremony booklet, and that was the only other time that I spoke at this. And so I took it down, took a look at it, and apparently I'm a hoarder because I still have my speech from 2021 in there. So I read it, and I thought, oh, this is pretty good. I can reuse this. And then I started looking at who had got inducted that year, and then I started thinking about who has already been inducted here, and that wasn't going to happen, so I threw that out and I started again. But I want to be very clear, in an age of ChatGPT and AI, I promise you that the next 4 minutes are entirely KL. And those of you that are laughing, that makes this a little bit easier, thank you. So congratulations to the new inductees. You've joined a select group of students nationwide. You've met the 4 pillars recognized by National Honor Society in their scholarship, leadership, character, and service. And I'm also going to speak about service. As I was listening to Caroline, a lot of what I wanted to say was in there. Thanks. So I think service can be one of the more challenging pillars to fulfill. I didn't look up a dictionary definition. I just kind of thought about it, and I thought that it's giving of one's gifts and talents without asking for anything in return. And I think that that's difficult at times for many of us, because what we're all short on is time. And what service sometimes becomes to people is, I have to go do blank. But I would challenge every single one of us, not just inductees this evening, to take a different look. And how about we look at service as, I get to, instead of I have to. Think about if someone asks you to tutor in biology, because I have heard that one of those honors biology teachers is rough. Think about the fact that you can help them get that A, or maybe pass that keystone. Or maybe you get the opportunity to teach young children how to play the flute, how to play the cello, how to play the trumpet. Or you get to spend an afternoon at St. Barnabas working with the elderly, teaching them lacrosse, like our girls' team last year did. I have 2 little stories, because what Willow may or may not have said is I do sometimes go off the rails and tell stories in class, is one of my favorite track and field athletes that I coached many years ago in New Jersey. Her name was Terry Romanowski, and she was a state quality long jumper and short sprinter. But every meet, you'd see Terry competing in lots of events, not just the events that she was really good at. And she never complained. She knew what an asset she was to the team. And even when we asked her to run the dreaded 400, which if any of you know track and field, that might as well be a marathon to someone that runs the 100, she did it willingly, because she said she was always very happy that she got to do anything she could to help the team win. My last story, as Willow has said, that I've announced girls basketball and girls lacrosse for a long time. And I don't have to do it, I get to do it, or they can't find anybody to do it. And I don't know what it is, but I really do love it. It's a whole lot of fun. And I've had colleagues ask me why I do it, and I've told them exactly that it's just a whole lot of fun to be up there, watching the girls, watching them compete, cheering them on. And last year I had the opportunity, I was asked by a parent to fill in and announce a girls' volleyball game. And this parent's hook was, it's just like announcing girls' basketball. So I said yes in a heartbeat. I was really flattered, and I did it. I have no idea if I did a good job. I have not been asked back, so that may be quite telling. But I would do it again in a heartbeat, because it was something that I had the opportunity to do. I didn't have to do it. But I do want to make it very clear, it is nothing like announcing girls' basketball. Just letting you know that in case you ever get asked. Okay. So in closing, parents, celebrate your children tonight. They're a reflection of you and all the hard work you've done. And NHS members and inductees continue to be difference makers in the world. Share the gifts that got you here today. And just remember, when you're presented with any opportunity, remember that you get to. You don't have to. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Levan, for those words of encouragement and wisdom. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to strong academic records, which established your eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve our school and community through our commitment to volunteering. Thank you to our returning members for their dedication and service last year. We look forward to another successful year with all of you. Now we welcome these new members tonight who bring energy and support of our continuing work as NHS members. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Pine-Richland chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as the standards for the society. Throughout the ceremony, we will light candles representing the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society from the Candle of Knowledge. I will now speak about the pillar of character and induct our first group of new members. Character is the sum of our morals, values, and ethics that make up the individual that we are. It can be revealed through both our actions and the words we speak. One example particularly stands out to me as one person's character making a huge impact. As a freshman trying out for the softball team, not knowing many of the girls, one teammate took me under her wing in a sense. She was only a sophomore at the time, but I looked up to her greatly and still do. She partnered with me during warm-ups, helped me when I couldn't understand a drill, and picked me back up after an error or mistake. She put her team first always and was a positive and selfless leader. Through an accumulation of small acts, she managed to impact every player on that team with her strong sense of character. Your character is influenced by your experiences and can help guide you through life. Every day, your character is displayed by the choices you make and how you choose to impact others. It is strongly seen by the respect you have for yourself and the people around you. Measures of character lie in qualities such as responsibility, trustworthiness, care, and self-control. Character is helping an older neighbor shovel their driveway or picking up garbage you see on the street. Being a member of NHS gives you the opportunity to model qualities of good character and to leave a positive and lasting influence on others.
We will now present our first group of new members. As your name is called, please step forward onto the stage to receive your certificate of membership and your pin. Please hold your applause until all students in the first group have been named. Sarah Alvarez. Kaylin Anderson. Bree Arthur. Alyssa Basolik. Caitlin Basolik. Molly Baker. Chase Bisty. Mallory Boyven. Lila Belanger. Annabelle Burke. Elena Kafardi. Kendall Carnovale. Ryan Cashman. Nora Cherry. Ben Clausen. Zoe Cook. Jordan Crutchfield. Sophia Dent. Isabella Destine. Jocelyn DeVito. Avery Doherty. John Edgerly. John English. Owen Evans. That concludes the first group. I would now like to invite our service co-coordinator, Ryan Newar, to speak about the pillar of leadership.
When reflecting on leadership, I'm reminded of the privilege I have to witness quality leaders, not only among the educators here, but also in the peers I work alongside. These experiences have enabled me to witness both compelling and lackluster examples of leadership. As students, observing successful traits in others and incorporating them into our own approach is essential for developing as leaders. Recently, I attended a conducting workshop as part of the Pittsburgh Youth Symphony Orchestra, where we had the experience being upon a podium in front of our peers, similar to this exact moment, conducting an excerpt from The Creatures of Prometheus by Beethoven. When the session concluded, I asked Maestro for advice, stating that I was struggling with expressing my intentions for the piece. His response reshaped my approach on leadership. He said, "Make them want to play for you. Do something even if it seems ridiculous." In order to be an effective leader, no position or title will enable results. True leadership is not a definite personality, but rather encompasses an ongoing willingness towards positively impacting others. As we advance through our high school career, remember, the most effective leaders are those willing to stand by their beliefs while remaining humble enough to admit when they are wrong. Have the willingness to try something ridiculous. Lead with conviction and others will follow, not because they must, but because you've inspired them.
At this time, we would like to welcome our next students to the Pine-Richland chapter of the National Honor Society. Please hold your applause until all students in this group have been named. Caroline Farmer, Emery Fosicek, Vincenzo Gaeta, Gabriel Gard, Rhea Griffin, Alana Grietzuk, Abigail Hengelsberg, Caitlin Hoffman, Carly Hoover, Ben Hunkley, Brady Hunkley, Bailey Candor, Allison Kapanowski, Charlie Kapanowski, Ishan Kazi, Tegan Kelly, Raina Kim, Nathaniel Kornbaugh, Natasha Kusiak, Lola Grace Ladygen, Darren Lee, Cody Leeper, and Eli Lenz. I would now like to welcome Ben Husted to the podium to speak about our next pillar of NHS, service.
Service can be defined as the act of voluntarily helping someone or doing work for a greater cause. Service is more than just giving time to cross off hours. It's about giving purpose and time and creating an impact on the community. Through service, we develop leadership, empathy, and the values of the heart of NHS. Since middle school, I've been donating my time and efforts to Miss Mindy over at Inspired Hearts and Hands. Whether it was loading or unloading trucks, wrapping Christmas gifts, running collection drives, or relocating the organization, I have the satisfaction of knowing that I'm a part of something bigger than just service hours. Every time I leave, I feel a sense of satisfaction that I've contributed to something meaningful. From service, I've also learned how key communication and teamwork are. Service provides hands-on experiences with others while navigating a common goal. I've also learned how fortunate we are. We are all extremely blessed, and I feel that we as a community take that for granted. Being a part of National Honor Society You will be presented with these opportunities to serve and grow your passion for service in our community and to really take in how fortunate we all are in this community. I'd now like to announce Megan for the next group.
Congratulations to the following candidates. Please hold your applause until all of the students in the group have been named. Derek Lynn, Michael Malati, Jordan Mandel, Sarisha Mandula, Adeline Martin, Ava McKenney, Alex Mangine, Claire Mill, Alessia Miller, Harlow Miller, Marin Miller, Samantha Molinaro, Olivia Moore, Kara Murray, Jackson Nyack, Rana Osiri Gershon, Langdon Ott, Anjana Palathunkal, Taylor Patterson, Thomas Pelathy, Michael Pfeiffer, Brendan Plowie, Caroline Prisk, Lauren Pursuta. Please allow me to introduce Annabella Orlando to talk about the fourth pillar of scholarship and to call forward our last group of new members.
Albert Einstein once said, "I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious." To me, scholarship is more than just report cards or test scores. It's finding purpose behind the desire to learn. Scholarship is pursuing our passions, our curiosities. It is seeking out knowledge beyond the classroom. Scholarship is a commitment to lifelong learning. To me, that commitment began with something as simple as building Legos. Growing up, I have always loved to create with my hands. It started out with Lego sets containing a few hundred pieces, more or less, but as I grew older, I longed for more. I longed for my ideas to serve some purpose, to perform some function. I still remember how giddy I was at my first STEM camp, watching a Lego remote-controlled arm, something I created with my own hands, actually serve a purpose. I got to watch what I created pick up and drop a cup as instructed. My excitement continued as I finished project after project at camp. By attending this camp, I took my thirst for understanding and explored it outside of the classroom. This has continued all throughout high school, and time after time I have pursued it. Not simply by taking math and science-oriented classes, but instead by starting a club for something I am truly driven toward. Junior year, Sonica Doss and I decided to start a chapter of the Society of Women Engineers at Pine-Richland. Starting this club created an outlet for my love of learning to flourish. It took learning beyond the classroom. However, it did not stop there. Sonic and I, joined by some other friends, decided to create STEM the Gap, a nonprofit that provides girls in grades 3 to 5 with the chance to explore STEM beyond the classroom. This nonprofit created an outlet for young girls just like I was, building that robotic arm. It created a space for them to not only learn about their passions, but bring those passions to life. Scholarship, to me, is using my curiosity as motivation, my passions as purpose, and utilizing my knowledge for impact. Each of us here tonight were chosen to represent the scholarship pillar in our own way. So, before I leave you all tonight, I challenge each of you to consider which passions turn your curiosity into action. It's time to start letting our passions become our purpose. I would now like to introduce Alexis to announce the next group.
We welcome the following students into our chapter. Please hold your applause until all students in this group have been named. Sarah Puthenpurillo, Caden Rainey, Rowan Rebar, Ali Rishel, Alex Roshia, Bianca Roman, Preet Saini, Avi Sasso, Riley Satina, Sam Schneck, Ali Shoemaker, Rosina Shuley, Kira Scott, Julius Stinelli, Janya Yalal, Kara Wong, Ashlyn Weiss, Charlotte White, Anya Wickard, Jackson Williams, Cameron Winko, William Wessner, Charlotte Zollinger. That concludes our last group.
I would now like to invite Sonika Doss to share her perspective on STEM the Gap and what our nonprofit means to her. Sonika and I combined our passions and ideas to help inspire the next generation. Working together these past few years has taught me the importance of leadership, teamwork, and ambition. With that, I welcome Sonika to the podium.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Annabella, for the introduction. As I sat in this induction ceremony last year, I remember thinking, how on earth am I going to get 20 volunteer hours each semester? At the time, NHS felt like a numbers game, just something I was doing to check off for a graduation tassel. But after a few small service events, I realized I wanted to do something more than just log hours. I wanted to do something that actually mattered to me. I thought back to little kindergarten Sonika in 2013, the kid who couldn't wait to explore science and math. I've always loved engineering, but as I got older, I noticed there weren't many girls in my STEM classes or at competitions. It made me question whether I really belonged. That feeling stuck with me, and it's what inspired STEM the Gap. Every other Saturday, a few of us from the Society of Women Engineers teach younger girls about different types of engineering. But really, it's about giving them confidence, to show them that they belong in STEM. In just 9 lessons, our grassroots organization has touched over 35 girls. STEM the Gap has shown me that volunteering isn't just about serving the community, it's about becoming a leader who identifies problems and works to solve them. While I'm organizing signups, logging volunteer hours, and advertising on the Ram Moms Facebook, I'm also turning my passions into something that empowers others. The reward isn't the graduation tassel at the end. It's seeing the girls light up when their projects work and knowing that you help them feel like they belong. To me, that's what leadership really is, using what you love to lift others up. And that's what NHS has helped me discover. Thank you.
Now, I am happy to introduce our final student speaker, Kai Pocrell. Kai moved to Pine-Richland last year from New Mexico, quickly becoming not only my new next-door neighbor, but also a close friend and integral part of our Pine-Richland community. Just at Pine-Richland, Kai is the president of STEM and Buds, leading a team of mentors to spark excitement for science among younger students. In Asian Culture Club, he manages communication and spreads awareness of different cultures, helping to make our school community more inclusive and connective. Finally, he's become an essential part of our middle school peer tutoring program and is always eager to help others learn and succeed. Before he moved here, however, he was involved in several unique service projects which he will be speaking about tonight. Through our classes together, I've known Kai to be extremely hardworking and supportive of those around him. His passion for learning and helping others perfectly embodies the NHS pillar of service. Please join me in welcoming Kai to the podium to share his reflections on the value of service, especially working with diverse communities.
Thanks, Dia. Hi, everyone. My name is Kai, and I'm actually a fairly new member of NHS. Since the 6th grade, I've changed schools every single year besides this year, never attending the same school twice. By the time I turned 16, I had lived in 3 different countries, 3 states, a province, and attended as many schools as there are years of middle and high school. As expected, along the way I met countless people from different backgrounds, aspirations, and character. Now, character is one of those things that's hard to define, but easy to recognize. For me, character has been shaped by movement, a lot of it. New schools, new states, new hallways where I didn't know who to talk to. That's one reason I started peer tutoring at the middle school. I remember how overwhelming it felt to be in a new place, unsure of who to ask for help. When I sit with a student who's struggling, whether it's math, science, or general advice, I see a little bit of myself in them. Similarly, as the president of STEM and Buds and the treasurer and communications manager of Asian Culture Club, I am able to exemplify who I am through promoting and educating others on different cultures, as well as fostering a love for STEM in young students, all of which align with my personal beliefs and values. Something else that is a very important part of character. To me, character is built through everyday experience. The patience to explain a tough problem, the effort to make someone feel included, the choice to do the right thing even when no one's looking. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build. To the new inductees, congratulations, you've earned this. Not just through grades and hours of service and commitment, but through the kind of person you are outside of these things. NHS is built on integrity, kindness, and curiosity, and I hope that everyone in this room will be able to exemplify that amazing character that got them sitting in this room in the first place. Keep learning, keep leading, and keep being the kind of person who makes others better by just being around them. And of course, without further ado, let's welcome everyone's favorite principal to the stage, Dr. Hernandez. Thank you.
Kai, thank you, and thank you for sharing those awesome stories. Let's hear it again for our 2025 Pine-Richland National Honor Society new inductees, current members, the largest group in Pine-Richland High School's history, so we're excited for you. To our new inductees, you're joining a special group tonight. Your recognition tonight is evidence that not only hard work, but a commitment to others ultimately pay off and makes you a very well-rounded person. Our staff and our administration, we're so very proud of you. We're excited to celebrate this tonight with you. It was such a pleasure just to shake your hand and see you walk across the stage and see that hard work paying off. There's a few things that I really enjoy about NHS each year. One of them is seeing that moment of celebration with you. We also get to hear a lot of cool stories at NHS, and I think Kai's, your speech exemplified that with all the different places that you've been. But from the get-go, I thought our student leaders, starting with Dia, our president, did an exceptional job putting NHS together tonight. Each of you spoke very well of our school and of what the 4 pillars are of NHS. So if we could give them a round of applause, I'd really appreciate it. We've heard some cool stories, though, as well. In Megan's introduction, we got to hear about a superintendent that's been with these students since kindergarten. That doesn't happen very often. And that person also spends time popping in to see volleyball practices and supporting these students from a very early age. So, Dr. Miller, on behalf of the seniors, we would like to thank you for everything that you've put into them since they've been in kindergarten. If we can give him a round of applause, we'd appreciate it. And throughout the night, whether it was Caroline, you talking about your experiences at Butler Hospital, Mrs. Levan, I thought, did an awesome job talking about I get to. A lot of times we do these service hours and these commitments because it pays off for us. But when we start to think about things and move it from, well, I have to or I need to I get to, we start to realize what a privilege that we have in life to be able to give to others, and that how we learn more about ourselves and we strengthen our community through that. Each student leader did a great job speaking about the 4 pillars. Sonica and Annabella, I'm very proud of where we're at with SWE Next, and I just wanted to say thank you for talking about the growth of that club and the opportunities for women in STEM education that the 2 of you have helped bring not only to our high school but to the Pittsburgh region. The other part that I really enjoy about this is NHS it's not an endpoint. It's really a beginning, and it's a symbolic commitment. Students, that while we're celebrating your hard work, we also want to recognize that you're making this commitment to continue to be positive, impactful leaders. When I look at you, I'm thinking not only of this celebration, but I'm thinking about, tomorrow after 3rd period in the hallway when somebody's having a hard day. Who's picking that person up and helping them out? I'm thinking about your leadership on your clubs, your activities, your sports teams, and you continue to grow and develop and making our school a better place. I'm thinking about when I see you in a classroom, in the intellectual curiosity and the growth that you demonstrate, the character and integrity that has got you to this point and that will continue to grow, and how you'll make our school, community, and our world an even better place. We're proud of you, but tonight is more of a stop and let's celebrate together moment than an end point. So I wanted to share that with you. Students, I do want to first and foremost congratulate you, but also thank your first teacher. So your parents have been with you since day one, since the get-go. There's been a lot of long nights. They've been your first teacher. They've been your biggest advocate. So if we can please give them a round of applause, I'd really appreciate it. Dr. Miller mentioned it earlier, but I also want to acknowledge Dr. Swatala. NHS advisor is a really tough sponsor position at a high school, especially one that's as successful of ours. There are not a lot of staff members that are knocking down my door to take that position, but she does it with great integrity and care and puts a lot of hours in. So Michelle, thank you for everything you put into our students. Let's give her a round of applause. It's just so many wonderful aspects of our school were showed off tonight, whether it was Mrs. Levan talking, or orchestra students that were playing, the student leaders that spoke tonight. I'd like to shout out some of the other administrators that are on stage that work tirelessly with our students. If you can just wave when I say your name, Dr. Barlak, Mr. Cawley, Mrs. Kuchnicki, Dr. Pasquinelli, our Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Education, all play a big role in our team environment here and contribute to the success that we see for our students tonight. That's it on my end. I'm going to welcome Dia, I believe, and the officers back up for the oath. Do want to thank you all for being here tonight. Anytime that we have the alma mater singing and we're together celebrating students and their awesome accomplishments, it's a good night in our books. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hernandez, for your remarks. At this time, would new inductees and current members please rise for the reciting of our oath? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. by accepting membership into the National Honor Society, I promise to maintain the standards by which I was selected. To uphold this promise, I will pursue academic excellence with diligence and integrity, lead by positive example, volunteer my time and energy for the betterment of my community and world, and employ traits of high character in my words, actions, and deeds. Thank you. You may now be seated. I would now like to invite Alexis Ross to share some closing remarks.
Thanks, Dia. I know you guys are all ready to be done, so this will be quick. But so when I first applied to NHS, I really didn't think I would get in. But when I did get accepted, I found a group of people who would not only challenge me academically, but challenge me to become a better person, one who serves others habitually and passionately. Becoming an officer meant being able to spread that same love of helping others to the next class. Even again, when I applied for an officer, I had no confidence that I would be accepted. But I'm standing here in front of you today to remind you to have more confidence in yourself than I did in me. Don't pass up on any opportunities, because you never know where they may lead you. You are sitting here in front of me today as a group of extremely ambitious and talented people, which is obviously why you are being inducted today. I know you are all hyper-fixated in school and searching for colleges right now. Trust me, I've been there. But you need to remember to become a functioning part of a supportive community and society. That's why NHS is so important. It acts as a balance to even a competitive academic environment, not a catalyst for your stress. Even in a time period that is so self-serving and focused on being better than the person next to you, it continues to instill altruism and social consciousness into our generation, and by extension, generations to come. We are a small part of a larger community, but a part of something even bigger than ourselves. We sincerely thank you all for attending our National Honor Society induction ceremony. Special thanks are extended to our administrators for their support, and we would also like to extend special thanks to our parents and families for their support, whether it's our first time being inducted into the National Honor Society or for attending our speeches a year later. Without you, we wouldn't be where we are today. Please join me in thanking them. And now I ask that everyone please stand to celebrate our new members. Congratulations to all of our new inductees, and I now invite the senior members to welcome the new members in the orchestra pit. We are thrilled to welcome you to our chapter and look forward to a great year. This concludes tonight's ceremony.